Okay, so here on my table, violas. Now there's always deadheading that needs to be done on my violas. What you guys saw earlier in the season as four little deadhead, a little plant with four little blooms on it has become this. Yeah, this is how that started. Here's Patty. Put her down here. She's actually doing better now. The spiders haven't really been able to get to her. Green tomatoes are much greener. And here's her baby sister. It's filling up with fruit. I'm glad to see it. I like the height. It's only a foot high. It's because I continue to plant it deep, so I didn't even top it off. And hardly lollipopped it, and since I put the mulch in, I decided actually not to lollipop it and let it do what it do and get whatever fruits I'm going to get, even from the bottom. Let's go ahead and lollipop this. Yeah. Fruit coming on these other stems. As I've mentioned, I'm not going to grow these mustard greens because they're a big ass cabbage moth magnet. Apparently, you can see the skeleton that has made of those larger greens. I'm actually leaving them in there just for space, and then when I dig them out, I want to dig out all the soil, surrounding soil, so that the new plant can have healthy soil. This is Tim, tiny Tim, and I'm going to just harvest several of those on camera, and I probably won't grow them again unless I want to do something cute, like put it in a corner planter or something, because I've also found that they are not good indoors in terms of fruiting, because they took long enough to fruit out here. So I'm not even playing any games with the indoor plant anymore. A couple of collards in the back. These are otherwise my salad greens in the body of this, and in the back I have a few bell peppers and my green onion. And there's still a red bell pepper that I've just never found a pot for. So I may just put it in a small pot to see if I get a few small ones. This is the share that I chopped off, believe it or not. I chopped it off down to a foot. Chopped it down to a foot twice. And then I started chopping a foot and a half off at the top. And I did that about the same time. It's the same amount of time I did it on the side there with the OG share. About four, maybe 5 times. I was curious as to whether it would make the fruit larger. It apparently is not going to. But I'm happy with this one. It tastes so good. And keep in mind, I'm that chick who thinks people do the most when they do a little tomato tasting. And they be like, oh my God, it's so sweet. Bullshit. But for the black cherry tomato, that is not bullshit. It's not bullshit, y'all. I'm gonna step in and have a hot there. Oh no, first. See, that's what happens. I try to stick it out here when this happens. Trying to stick it out. And then, wow, I'm gonna step inside. I can't do this. I am dripping. I may make my own self some fried green tomatoes off of these, just because I'm not sharing this plant because I accidentally put in colored mulch before I put the untreated mulch in there, so I'm not sharing those. I'll go ahead and inject that poison. Okay, so share being great. Oh yeah, I remember I said I didn't like that. Not didn't like. I said that I noticed that it is not a bulk builder in this particular case to cut back the plant. So I was able to. It looks like I was able to cut her back and get her to top out at maybe 6 feet. You're looking at. It had a few ready. They're not super sweet. They're not being super sweet this year in this one. And this is the one that had these lighter, whitish green tomatoes before they turn red. So I don't know if that, I'm going because the ancestors tell me so. I will assume that to be a nutrient depletion of some sort, which I can understand because it's been in a planter, and planter vegetables need some different attention, right? Mother Nature doesn't need us to do what she does, but if you contain her in a plant, then you will have to compensate for some of the missing moisture and nutrients that the plant would otherwise get in the ground. And so is the case here. I think I'm going to grow this with this type of caging system next year as well. And here's another one that's coming up. Just a little thirsty, just a touch. Need a little hydration. I know. This sorrel is much happier than the other one, and it is in full sun. So I think the other one is a little thirsty for some sun rays, some natural vitamin D, so that its chlorophyll can get popping. Looking all voluptuous. Patio tomato on each end, as well as little violets here on each front. I have a different program prepared for next year, but it's still going to be contingent on how the remainder of the season goes, which is only a couple more months, y'all. This and that are my verbena. Remember, I had 4 back here, but I decided to grow 2 because, look, that's going to happen anyway. So I just assumed go 2, cut them back. Is that one turning? Is the back of that tomato turning red? Think so. So let's get some more green tomatoes out to the family, shall we? In the morning. Yeah, I see more, I'm seeing more bean flowers. Not a lot, right? But several. But yeah, my okra are finally coming up. This crazy looking one is finally looking normal. So I have this one, this one, this one. This one is just now budding up. You can see, just now budding up. Like, what is going on over here? I really want to get some of those that are hanging, wanting to touch the bottom. I'll harvest more tomatoes tomorrow, and then more at the end of the week. My indigo rose, black cherry, doing the absolute most. This one, I leaned her over toward her sister. I don't need to waste another pot with 2 of them. As you can see, one will be plenty. And if I can grow this one like this again, it will make up in yield with just 1 plant. Should be good. Catch my breath again. This is indigo rose. She is primarily spent. I have these tomatoes at the top that are really taking their time getting larger and ripening, so I'm wondering if they're even going to get ripe for me to enjoy the rest of them. Y'all see all those? Oh my God. So many. But this is a dusty ass color they ripen to. Look at that shit. So ugly to be so sweet. Super sweet when I tell you. So I'm gonna harvest the remainder of those as well. Oh, I didn't show you the rest of the side garden. Oh. Oh. Oh my God. Ah. Oh. I'm telling you, I'm dripping. Meanwhile, here are some tomato seeds I have. The ones on the right are black cherry. The ones on the left are indigo rose. Yeah, matter of fact, I have some brewing right here. See, it's brewing now. But yeah, let me go. Oh, I got this. I got these. I went ahead and took that whole branch off. I got these. These are some of them dusty black cherries, but oh so sweet. Oh my God. I should have popped them right in my mouth. But what did I go in this fridge for? I don't know what I came in here for, but it sure is cool, and I needed it. So shout out to Goddess. Oh, I know what I came here for, work. What are you? It's kind of important. Damn. Yeah, so these are indigo blue tomatoes that I have seeded. So they're free to just eat. So I can eat them, or I can put them on or in things. And what I often do is when we have pasta or, damn, that's everything. I'm sorry to say pasta or Mexican food or Italian food or Asian food or Chinese food. So basically, we have anything that tomatoes could go in. I put these in mine. I put them in there fresh. I don't need them. They don't have to be cooked. Or if I'm cooking mine separately, like say if it's eggs, which I don't generally put tomatoes in, but I ain't mad when I do, then I'll go ahead and roast them. Anyway, I'm just stalling cause that refrigerator air felt nice. So what was I doing? Okay, harvest the rest of those tomatoes. Oh, I need to finish showing you the rest of that side garden so then I could. I told y'all she be out here. She's my sitter. She's my sitter in the fall. Where's Blue though? Is she alright? Blue doing okay? Yeah, how's the family? Nice. Okay. Okay. You see that rainbowness on the metallic on her metallic what is it called, girl? Yeah, wings. Oh, so pretty, girl. You are so pretty. So pretty. You are. You really are. I'm about to come and harvest a shitload of these. Super sweet. Yeah, come get a few of these that are red, that did blush to red. I have my bells. These are orange that'll come next. I have these reds. I don't know if they'll get any fruit off before the season ends, so we'll see. I also have a couple of snow peas that I can pick, probably a handful, and they are finally climbing up this trellis very nicely. They're going to probably be really hardy once these temperatures drop, because that's what season they like. So yeah, that's all that's popping off over here. Looking beautiful as well. Yeah, and I'll be happy to free up the space on that water well. Maybe put my but things like tomatoes and especially callaloo. Callaloo you'll be harvesting all day, every day. I had a sucker ass crop this year because we really amended this soil probably 8 additional inches. So I'm sure those seeds got smothered under there, and it's cool because y'all know how callaloo do. Matter of fact, let me harvest these leaves right now before I bring the water over here. Harvest these big fans. And then I'm gonna stick a couple of its side branches in the dirt on the side over there. These are gonna be delicious tonight. And I'm not sure why. What's going on down there? What you got? What's good for you down there? Nothing good for you. Yellow jacket, fucking hornet, fucking whore. No. Get out my business. Alright. Let me harvest this stuff. And catch y'all in a bit.